Hello, my friends. Coach here from Echo Base Network, bringing you another Star Wars news wrap-up video where we discuss the happenings of the week. In today's episode, we're going to talk all things Andor, the positive news, the negative news, and the stupid, insane, outrageous news. Oh yeah, it's out there. And we're going to talk about two things that Andor has done that no other Star Wars movie or show has done before it. And we're going to get into that, and that's going to be fun. Well, first of all, Andor has debuted with a Rotten Tomatoes critic score of 88%. Now, I know, guys, the Rotten Tomatoes score is irrelevant, but the score is a higher percentage than both the Book of Boba Fett and Star Wars Visions received in their opening days of their respective debuts last year. It also tops the score of Obi-Wan Kenobi received back in May. So that says something. And we're going to get into the whole criticisms of the show and all that, but on the whole, if you go and look at social media and you look at people's posts online, most people seem to like the show, at least the first 3 episodes. Now, some of the reviews are indeed mixed. If you go over to Forbes.com and see Star Wars critic Paul Tassi, he says that Andor is a more grounded Star Wars and it feels fresh, but he also goes on to say that the story does not. Many critics of the show like the approach of the show. They like the cast, they like the sets, they like the music, they like the sound, and they like the acting. However, a lot of people after watching the first 2 episodes were very unhappy with the pace of the show. After all, after just 2 episodes, we really didn't learn very much about Andor at all. Where's the Empire? Where's the bad guys? Where are the stormtroopers? Who knows? So yeah, it's fair. We know where it's going, but when is it going to get there? Hopefully in the next episode. Speaking of Paul Tassi, in the Forbes article, he goes on to say, I'm not exactly sure what we're expecting to learn through 12 episodes of Season 1, nor a second season that already appears to be in the works. The story is about the birth of the rebellion, which will ultimately become the Rebel Alliance. But it seems pretty straightforward already. The people are being oppressed by Imperials. They eventually have enough, and key figures like Andor, Mon Mothma, and Saw Gerrera join forces to begin a sort of guerrilla war against them. You put all that in a dish, you mix it up, that's Andor. And we already kind of know all those things. So that is an interesting thing. That is fair criticism. Why did Lucasfilm decide to give us a show based on a character we already know what's going to happen? We already know this story. We already know these players. So what are we going to learn new, and how are they going to surprise us? Now here's the news that I have a problem with. And it's not really news. It's insane fan criticism. There are fans out there that are saying that Star Wars Andor is woke. And I don't see it. They're saying that white men, bad. Cassian Andor and other minorities, good. You have got to be kidding me. Are you really watching this show and thinking that? Are you really thinking that? That is outrageous to me. Go back and watch episodes 4, 5, and 6. Go back and watch Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back. How many non-white bad guys did you see? People need to take a chill pill and remember this is science fiction fantasy. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Good Lord. Speaking of sitting back and relaxing, something that Andor's doing that no other show has ever done before. We haven't seen it in a movie. We haven't seen it in anything. And that is sex. They went to Rey's Boom Boom Room and they got down in episode 2 of Andor. Whoa. And it was a steamy scene. What do you guys think about that? That's fair criticism. Some people are saying that Andor is good because it's made for a mature audience and it's a Star Wars unlike anything that we've ever gotten. However, you go back, George Lucas saying Star Wars is for 12-year-olds. And I want to watch this with my son, but I don't want my son seeing that kind of stuff. And other people are saying it's good for your son to see that kind of stuff. I just don't even know what to think anymore. However, the scene didn't bother me. It did seem weird and out of place. You got to remember, though, I'm in my 4th decade. I've been watching Star Wars. I know Star Wars like the back of my hand. I mean, I've seen the original trilogy films probably over 1,000 times a piece. It seemed weird. However, think back to this. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm kidding. Kind of. You get the point. Something else that Andor has done that no other show or movie has done before it, that I recollect anyways, is to actually use the acronym BBY for Before the Battle of Yavin. On the new Disney Plus show Andor, they say BBY 5 years before the Battle of Yavin. And I got to tell you, when I see that, that seemed appropriate. And it's the first time I can recall having ever seen that. So thank you for tying something in to the most epic moment in Star Wars history, the Battle of Yavin. Oh yeah, it is. Hope you guys will join us this Saturday night for our live stream Star Wars show, where we'll be talking Star Wars and other forms of entertainment here at Echo Base Network. Myself and my co-host Nick will be having member pop-ins that night, so come on in and enjoy the show, and we'll be watching Andor next week. We'll be putting it up on Patreon, and we'll watch it live on Discord with all of our members, so we hope that you will join us there. I really hope episode 4 is going to be awesome. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. As always, we are, you are, Echo Base Network. May the Force be with you, and I'll see you guys on the next one.